At the time of the invasion, the SS Heavy Tank Battalion 101 was stationed in the Beauvais area to the north of Paris. Although ordered to Normandy on the 7th, the battalion only arrived to take up position in the vicinity of Villers-Bocage on the 12th. Coincidentally, the British 7th Armoured Division had launched an attack designed to swing it on a southeasterly axis through Villers-Bocage into the western flank of the German forces, blocking the northern approaches to Caen. Early on the morning of the 13th, a column of the leading elements of the British division had entered the village. They had been observed by Obersturmführer Michael Wittmann, commander of the 2nd Company of the SS Tiger Battalion, who now moved out to engage the column in his vehicle. The scene was now set for one of the most remarkable tank actions of the conflict. Wittmann was given command of his first Tiger in early 1943 when serving in the 13th Company of the SS Panzer Regiment 1. In Russia, he served in all major battles on the southern front, and by January the 9th, 1944, his tally of destroyed tanks stood at 66. On the 14th of that month, he was awarded the Knight's Cross. A fortnight later, having raised his tally to 117 tanks, he was awarded the Oak Leaves to the Knight's Cross. In April, he took command of the 2nd Company of the 101st SS Tiger Battalion. He was a fated and well-known figure to the German public by the time of the Normandy campaign. Breaking from the cover of trees, Wittmann drove his Tiger along the drawn-up column of British tanks, lorries, half-tracks and Bren gun carriers, shooting them up before entering Villers-Bocage, where he proceeded to dispatch a number of Cromwell tanks. He was now receiving fire support from the other 4 Tigers of his company, and was shortly joined thereafter by others from the 1st Company. The footage shot after the battle gives a graphic impression of the event. Lining the western entrance to the village is a column of burnt-out M3 half-tracks bearing the 7th Armoured Division insignia. A little further on, the Stuart light tank is caught lying astride the main road into the village. Knocked-out Cromwells are seen in the main street, victims of Wittmann's Tiger. Further along the main street is a Panzer IV lying alongside a Tiger, both destroyed by British infantry. Wittmann's own Tiger is seen here, abandoned by its crew when its track was shot off. In reward, Wittmann was promoted and awarded Oak Leaves with swords to the Knight's Cross. Although the Tiger had already acquired a fearsome reputation prior to the Normandy campaign, it now became an object of dread to Allied tankers. The manner in which the German heavy panzers could take out Allied tanks, seemingly at their leisure, almost led to a political scandal in the United Kingdom. The most numerous Allied tank was the American-built Sherman, which in its most common form was equipped with a short-barreled 75mm gun and had a maximum armour thickness of 50mm. A Tiger could penetrate the turret armour of an M4A2 Sherman at 1800 metres, whereas the Sherman could not even reciprocate at virtually point-blank range. Even when the Americans introduced the longer-barreled 76mm gun on their M4A1s, they were profoundly disappointed to discover that they would still have to close to 700 metres to penetrate the turret armour of the Tiger, which could still defeat them at 1800 metres. Nevertheless, it was a Sherman modified by the British and carrying a 17-pounder gun and named Firefly that provided the Allies with the only tank able to kill a Tiger at combat ranges. Nor did other Allied tanks fare any better. Even the Churchill's Mark 7 and 8, which had frontal armour of 152mm, could not withstand the power of the Tiger's 88mm gun. The new Cromwell was as badly off as the Sherman. German newsreels of the fighting in Normandy are replete in their coverage of destroyed Allied armour. Shermans, Cromwells, carriers and other machines are paraded by the propaganda company in mute testimony to the purported superiority of German arms. However, the cameraman has caught 2 destroyed Sherman Fireflies. Issued on the basis of 1 per troop of 4 Shermans, they were quite naturally the main target of any Tiger commander. Allied tank losses, though high, could always be made good from their vast reserves, whereas every Tiger lost in Normandy could not be replaced. And lost they were, if not always to Allied tanks, then to other means which included the overwhelming firepower directed onto German positions from heavy naval guns on vessels lying off the coast. Allied warships logged shells up to 16-inch calibre many miles inland, One German officer recalled how heavy guns from the battleships were devastating. When one of these shells dropped near a Tiger, the 56-ton tank was blown over on its side just from the blast. If the Germans had no answer to such firepower, they were also as impotent to protect themselves against the overwhelming Allied air superiority